My friend. I walk the line. Johnny Cash. This one's played in the key of C. The three chords we're going to play are the 1, C major, the 4, F major, and the 5 dominant, G7 or B diminished, and then back to the 1. One thing I want to show you is how to play bar chords. B-A-R-R-E. If we played an A major with a secondary, or dare I say a third fingering set, we then can move this all the way to the 4th and 5th, and then bar the 3rd. And that gives us the same chord as a C major, except for now we don't have 3 open strings, which effectively makes C, E, G. That's already our triad, a chord, because the 2 dyads that make up a major third and then a minor third are already there, and then we add another note, which is the octave, or the perfect 8th of that C. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. When we hit these notes, they're part of the key signature, but don't let it be lost on you. If we can play a C major that's a bar chord, then we definitely can play an F major that's a bar chord too. Look how easy it is. Now here's the idea. The D major, the thing that you've been struggling at, playing with these 3 fingers, when you do this and you actually play with 1 fingy, and then move those up like this so the open A string is open. This works on every instrument too. This would be an A major on a guitar. When we play it on a mandolin, you can do a big old bar chord across there and get yourself a nice old D at the 2nd fret. When we talk about relativity on a fretboard, what we're talking about is this C major is just an inversion of this C major, and this C major is just an inversion of this C major. So this F major uses the D shape. The only difference between the C major here and the F major is one has the shape that you would look at that looks like you're playing an A major and then a bar, and then the next one has the D major. So effectively, if you can play an A major and a D major with 2 sets of fingerings, then you can do anything on this ukulele. So the last chord we're going to show you here is that B diminished, or the G7. A great way to do it is to put your finger right here, bar up the whole thing, take your secondary finger and play the G string at the 4th, play the C string at the 5th, and then put your pinky up top on the high A. That gives you a G7. So hypothetically, for this song, you can have C major, F major, and then you can work on it, but this E7 shape with a bar chord gives you your G7, your G7. Another good way to play it, rather than doing a whole bar chord, even though you can get a bar chord, is to play the 2nd fret, the 3rd fret, skip the C string and play the 4th fret, and then pinky goes on the 5th. These are all G7s. They are just different ways that you can play each one of them, and sometimes they have a higher inflection. Now that we know that, play it any old way you want. I might just do it in the simpler chords so we have fun here. Here we go. I keep a close heart on my mind. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep the ends out for that time blinds. Because you're mine, I walk the line. I find it very, very easy true. I find myself alone with you. Yes, I admit that I'm a fool for you. Because you're mine, I walk the line. Yee-haw! So this song basically is a C major to an F major to a G7. This is very standard with music. This is probably one of the most common chord progressions. Sometimes when you get a little funky on it, you could throw another chord in there. So instead of going to the C here, let's do the A minor. Let's do the D minor. Do the E minor. Back to the A minor. What we're doing is we're using all the relative minors from this song to play a little bridge. It's not necessarily in the song, but it's awesome fun, isn't it? Now back to it. I keep a close time down in light and day. I keep you on my day, and I hold the cruise that I am right. Because you're mine, I walk the line. Because you're mine, I walk the line. This one feels like it should end on a C7. Also, you don't have to influence these songs any way that I show you how to do. The basic chords are the basic chords. It's the foundation. Make these songs yours. Aloha.